Hello. We're having dinner. This is beef steak with onions. Usually it's boiled with lemon and soy sauce. And then I like sour stuff, so I cut calamansi, which is like an Asian lemon. Whoop. Did you want a calamansi?
Oh yeah, could you pass me
Oh. Reach for the stars.
one?
Thank you. So how are you doing today? How's your brain? Is it talking again? Where it feels like you won't just stop and you overthink. So while your brain is overthinking, eat time. Mm. Some people usually squirt the sour if they like sour stuff, but I like to suck on it, which is probably bad for your teeth because of like acid or something. That's it. Live your life, man. Because one day you're not going to have teeth, but maybe you will, because then you can get dentures, and then at night you could put it in that cup thing. Eat time. Before I started making videos for LSDUniversity, I was right out of college and I worked at this healthcare company where even if you were on lunch, you couldn't really enjoy your lunch because the management wanted you back in your chair as fast as possible. And so I thought that's normal, especially since it was my first like real corporate job. So I didn't know what was normal or what was not normal. Or when there was times when we would or I would need to use the restroom and I would get a chat from one of the management employees asking where I am, what I'm doing. And after a year, I stayed there for a year. I can't believe it, dude. But after a year, I thought things will get better. We're going to move to a different location where there's windows around because the one where I started off working, it was just four walls, no windows, nothing like that. So I thought when we move to the new building, work will be better. I'll see the sun. It'll be perfect. But like, no, that didn't happen. I moved to that new building and I still disliked working there. My favorite part was definitely talking with the patients because they're old and cute and they were pretty much the highlight of my time there. And then one day I was asked like, what are you doing? Where are you? How come you're not doing what you need to be doing? And there were times when the phone calls with patients would last longer than usual. And I like to take my time with them, talking with them, seeing if they need anything, Because why would I rush you? If you called for a reason, there's a reason why you called, so I will listen. And ever since I was reprimanded for that, I began looking out the window and thinking, man, this can't be it. And then I would look around my office and it would be cubicles of people in their own world doing, they look like zombies, like robots, like what they show you on TV when you're younger, of how it's like a corporate world and everyone's in their own boxes answering their own phones. And dude, it was like, this can't be all there is to this. Imagine 40 years of that. Eat time. When I was looking out the company window, I would tell myself, you know, it's not always greener on the other side. So if you quit this job, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be better where you end up next. It was a way for me to convince myself that I have it good. I mean, the American dream of having a job right out of college, full time, benefits like retirement or health benefits. And then finally, when I was looking out that same window and we were on the 7th floor, I was like, I kind of want to jump out this window. And when I said that to myself, I knew something was wrong. And that's when the next day, I put in my 2 weeks notice. And my boss asked me, are you sure you don't want to do part-time? And I said, no, thank you. So when HR called me, I guess for like an exit interview, they asked me what's going on. And I literally told them I feel like jumping out this window whenever I come into work, because the work environment was so incredibly toxic that it took me about a year and a half to realize that my worth is not where I want it to be. So luckily, luckily for me at least, my boss said, it's okay. You don't have to spend the next 2 weeks here. You can go ahead, go home, and then we'll still pay you for the 2 weeks. And man, that freedom of like, screw this place, I'm free, felt so much better than getting the paycheck every 2 weeks or so. And that's when you realize that money can buy happiness. It just depends how you're getting that money. Eat time. Ah, whoopsie. And then crazy me, as soon as I left that job, that healthcare job, I went straight to school again, thinking that's going to solve everything and I'll be able to find out what I enjoy. So I went back to school, finished that, and along the way, I was working at other jobs where it's for clothing. What else did I do? Oh, I was selling like insurance, and I didn't understand it because it kind of conflicted with my belief that security is real. But I went for that job anyway because the the price that they offered of what I would get if I did have clients excited me. But really, it was a hidden lesson. So every time I'd ask clients or potential clients, like if they would like some type of insurance, most of the time they would say no. And these were a lot of friends who would say no. So it taught me rejection. and how to accept no. And no doesn't mean no, it just means no. So I got comfortable with that. So if ever someone says no to you, take it and move on. Like, ask somebody else, and if they say no, okay, move on. So no is not a bad thing. I think growing up, being rejected was like, ooh, you're rejected, shame, shame, shame. But dude, like, who even makes up definitions of these words? So remember, no is not bad. And with that, what does bad even mean? Eat time. Let me know how you face rejection. If you go for it and you ask someone, or you just stay quiet because you don't want to feel rejection. So let me know. How do you take rejection? Do you get stronger? Do you feel a little defeated? Let me know. It'd be cool to talk about that because I feel like rejection is not discussed, it's hidden. If you're rejected, it becomes a secret. It's not a secret. So share it with me. I definitely like to know.